Well, hello again, YouTube viewers. This video here is a collection of PlayStation 1 games that I own. PlayStation was released in 1995 here in the United States of America and released in 1994 in Japan. I received mine in 1996, and the first game I got on it was Resident Evil 2. I still have the game to this day. I do have two PlayStation consoles. This one here, as you see, is for my decoration. Still new in the box. And I have the red box one that I play on. Um, that's the one I use to play games on when I do play games. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started and showing my collection. I'm going to start off with the long unboxed PS1 games I have. When the PS1 first came out, they had the long cases, similar to these here. Yeah, those are it. So I'm going to go through those first in alphabetical order. Then I'm going to hit the small cases next. Let's get started. First game, these are in alphabetical order. Air Combat. My aunt actually gave this game to me. Yeah, Air Combat. Descent. I have a lot of these to go through, a crap ton. Destruction Derby. I have a lot of PlayStation games. Mortal Kombat 3. A lot of people did not know that this was released on the PlayStation. A lot of people didn't know that. Try to keep these in good condition. It's super hard. These, breakable cases. Total Eclipse Turbo. Those are it for the long cases. Now, let's get started on the smaller ones. 007 Racing. Ace Combat 2. This is the sequel to Air Combat. I still need 3. I did buy the other one on PS2. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Iron and Blood. This is a fighting game. One of the worst fighting games I've ever played in my entire life on the PlayStation besides Criticom. Criticom's a horrible game too. Akuji the Heartless. Animaniacs 10 Pin Alley. It was really fun. Really fun game. I love bowling games. Apocalypse. Asteroids. This is basically a remake of the Asteroids that came out on the Atari, I think. I was really good at that game. We had it. Auto Destruct. This game is rising in price. Azer Dreams. The first fighting games that came out for the PlayStation. I would rather have the long box version. Battle Arena Toshinden. They left this series alone. They just made 3 of them. And actually made 4. The 4th one was released in Japan only. That sucks. Battle Arena Toshinden 2. Bio Freaks. Anyone remember this one? Blasto. Has a holographic case to it. Or cover art. I like that. That's pretty cool. Wish I had the first one. I did. Got stolen. Bloody War 2. Yeah, there was a moment in history of my life when I was letting people borrow games. I stopped doing that. I wasn't getting a lot of games back. Bravo Air Race, and then they move and you never hear from them ever again because this was back in the 90s and no one had a cell phone for you to text them and say, hey, I need my game back or whatever, and you couldn't do that. Breath of Fire 3. Listen, my bro, a game in the 90s or the 2000s, you were screwed. Like, screwed. A lot of people didn't have cell phones. And they were very expensive too when they first came out. Bubsy 3D. This game is horrible. I think the Super NES version is a lot better. It was terrible. Bushido Blade. Very fun game. It took me a long time to understand the concept of how to play it, but once I grasped, how to play it, I was a beast. Bushido Blade 2. Bust a Move 99. Speaking of Bust a Move, I literally just ordered Super Bust a Move for PS2. I just bought that, so I'm going to be playing that here soon. Capcom vs. SNK Pro, because I play all the way games. I love gaming. Cardinal Sin. A fighting game a lot of people do not know about too much. Chocobo's Dungeon 2. That's going up in price too on the internet. Cool Borders. This was so hard to find, not being a greatest hits game. Now this one, I'm pissed. My sister bought me. I don't like greatest hits, it's just how I am. Cool Borders 2. She thought it'd be cool to give me a PlayStation game. Cool Borders 3, and it's freaking greatest hits. Like, oh man, all the games I have in the series are Black Label. Cool Borders 4. I do have all of the Cool Borders on PS1. Cool Borders 2001. I am missing 2001 on a PS2. And then I'll have all the Cool Borders ever made. I'm working on my SSX collection right now. I love SSX for PS2. Courier Crisis. This game, if you guys want to see what it is, it's, I don't know, it's like Paperboy, but on a bicycle. Paperboy rides a bicycle. I don't know, it's just like a Paperboy. To me, it's an upgraded Paperboy. In my opinion, that's how it was. Crash Bandicoot. I did have 2 Raptor Cortex, but I let my cousin borrow it, and I don't know what happened to it. He's my cousin. I still don't know what happened to it to this day. I'll still bring it up to him, and we're literally in our 30s, and we were teenagers when I let him borrow that. I'll still bring it up. Crash 3 Warped. Crusaders of Might and Magic. This was a very fun game. It's like, one of those hack and slash run around games. It was really fun. Crypt Killer, the arcade shooting action. If no one knows what this is, that's what it is. It's one of those arcade shooters. Very fun. Danger Girl. If anyone's wondering what this looks like, there you go. Everyone should know what this is. Darkstalkers. The Night Warriors. Love Darkstalkers. I wore this game out. Darkstalkers 3. Dave Mirra, Freestyle BMX. Rest in peace. I've always wanted a Dave Mirra 2 on PS2 and never got it. I did get BMX Triple X. That was supposed to be the 3rd Dave Mirra game, but it didn't fall through. Dead or Alive, the original. Where it all began. Death Trap Dungeon. That game was harder than hell. Super hard. Delta Force Urban Warfare. Die Hard Trilogy. Die Hard Trilogy 2. Viva Las Vegas. Dino Crisis. Totally was joking. Dino Crisis. Everyone should know what that is. Everybody loves Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis 2. I do have the Dreamcast port. Not for this game, but the first one. This is a very bad Dragon Ball game. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22. As big as of a fan as I am of Dragon Ball, this is a terrible game. Terrible game. Driver. I gotta rebuy a case and everything. Basically, rebuy this whole game. Driver 2. And it says 2 discs. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Dynasty Warriors. Yes, this was a fighting game when it first came out. Now it isn't. There's literally, I mean, there's probably 50 games out. 50 Dynasty Warriors games that are out right now. Wow. There's so many of those. Hardcore, ECW, Hardcore Revolution. So many. This is rising in price. Ian Hander. If you can find this for below $100, you are lucky. And that game is rising in price. This is a very, very underrated fighting game. Evil Zone. Underrated. I swear, you use one button, triangle, to fight and do every single attack your character can do with one button. One button. Fear Effect. And I do have everything with this. So, well, that disc is covered. I do love this game a lot. All the disc and the book and everything. This is a really fun game. I love Fear Effect. Fear Effect 2, Retro Helix. I think this was the first game I saw nudity in. I think there is nudity in this game. Or I don't know, maybe it's the first one? I don't remember. Oh my goodness, me and my sisters, Fighting Force. Me and my sisters, oh my god, we wore this game out. We did not have a multi-tap at the time. Now, I still don't, but you needed a multi-tap to play with more than, two people. And we didn't have one. So we took turns, me and my, I have 2 sisters that wanted to play that because it was co-op. It was so fun. And we couldn't. Only 2 of us could take turns on it. Fighting Force 2. I have this one Dreamcast as well as a better version, in my opinion. Final Fantasy Anthology. And yes. Why are all my discs not in the, in the proper... I do have, I wanted to show you guys the music. There we go. It comes with a music disc. Beautiful music. Final Fantasy has some of the most relaxing music. They truly do. This here has Final Fantasy 5 and 6 that were released in Japan on the Super Nintendo. This case has seen better days. Final Fantasy 7. And this is not my favorite Final Fantasy. Everyone loves it. I mean, it is loved. Final Fantasy 8. This is my favorite Final Fantasy game. Love this game. All the disc and everything with it. Yep, the mini walkthrough, everything. Everything. I love that game. And I love 9. 9 was fun. Final Fantasy 9. It's a fun game. Forsaken. Frogger. This is actually the remake of the older game. I think it came out on Atari, if I'm not mistaken. Galaga. another remake. Grandia. I do want 2, 3, and 4, and Extreme, and all the other ones. I love Grandia. Grandia is a great role-playing game. Alright, give me a little time on this one. I'm going to try to open it, and it's hard to do one hand. This is Grand Theft Auto Collector's Edition. You know what? I might not go through opening it. It just has GTA, GTA London, and GTA 2. And there they, well, sorry guys, there they all go right there. All 3 of the GTAs. I'm going to attempt to pull these out of the, there's that one, Grand Theft Auto. Man, these things are in here. Oh my God. GTA 2. And GTA London. I have all the GTA games, every single last one of them, except the PSP releases. Yep, I'm missing those. Chinatown Wars and Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories on the PSP and the Game Boy Advance. Those are the ones I'm missing. Then I'll have the complete GTA collection. Gran Turismo 1. That is the best racing game on the Sony PlayStation, in my opinion. Gran Turismo 2. And these are 2 discs, by the way. I put hundreds and hundreds of hours into those games. Especially the endurance races were a pain in the butt. HBO boxing. Heart of Darkness. This is 2 discs. And I thought the graphics were so cool for its time. And I still feel like the graphics still stand good. You know, that game came out, what, 97, 98? And I feel like it still stands up with graphics. Hexen. That came out on Nintendo 64 too, if I'm not mistaken. Hot Shots Golf 1. There are 4 of these that are out. I have 1, 3, and that's it. I have 3 on PS2. Hot Shots Golf. One of the funnest golf games. Invasion from Beyond. Iron Man. XO, Manowar, and Heavy Metal. Me and my sister wore this game the hell out on co-op. As you can see, it's 1 and 2 players. This is a very fun game. I loved it. Still love it. It is fun. Jet Moto. Jet Moto 2. Jet Moto 3. Sorry guys. Kingsfield. I know a lot of people say they love this game. I do not know why. I don't know. I really don't. I can't stand it. It was terrible. Knockout Kings. Before it became Fight Night. Loaded. I made this case, by the way. It's custom made. Machine Head. Machine Hunter. Madden 99. And that guy is older than dirt, and he's literally still alive. Like, he was old during these times in the 90s. Look at his hair. It's white. And he's still alive. It is 2020, and this system is considered a retro console, and he's still alive. That man, wow. He has to be drinking from the fountain of I don't know, it must be a vampire. I don't know how he hasn't passed away yet. No, I'm not trying to speak anything on it. It's just he's really old. X-Men versus Street Fighter. This game here is rising in price as well. Still have it in prestigious condition. Love this game. Yeah, that game is going up in price. So is this one, Marvel Superheroes. I have this on the Saturn as well. I have this in prestigious condition. I love my Capcom fighting games. Love them. This is the heart of my collection, honestly. These games here, the Marvel or the Capcom fighting games. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Love them. Medal of Honor. I did have the second one, the Medal of Honor Underground. That was stolen. Mega Man X4. Man, these games, oh my god. These games, I'm trying to get them on Nintendo with the boxes. Oh my Jesus. They run about $1,000 on, almost $1,000 a piece. Mega Man 8 Anniversary Edition. Almost $1,000 for a Mega Man game in fully the box and everything for Nintendo. Metal Gear Solid. Tactical espionage action. I love Metal Gear. I have everything with it still. Actually, I remember my uncle gave me this game. He asked me to choose between this and Street Fighter EX2. And I chose this instead, which I wish I didn't, because Street Fighter EX2 is god-awful expensive. Metal Gear Solid is more common. It's easier to get over Street Fighter EX2 Plus Alpha. Metal Gear Solid VR missions. That was hard and crap. Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. If anybody wants to know what this is, and you're probably wondering, what is that? Some people. You play a Sub-Zero. As you can see. See? Play a Sub-Zero. The best Mortal Kombat ever made. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I wish I had the black label. I love this game so much. I am seeking this game on Sega Saturn. And it is very well over $100. It is so super expensive. Yeah, not that version in particular, but, you know, the one on Saturn is expensive. Motor Tune Grand Prix. This is so fun, you know, for a cartoon racing game. I thought it was really fun. I am very upset I'm missing all of the letters to this, but you're supposed to be able to spell out Namco, and I only have the M. So, is all I have of the collection of those. I'm embarrassed even showing that. It'd have been better showing all of them together. NASCAR 2000. I'm not a huge NASCAR fan, as I mentioned before when I showed this same game in another video. I don't like NASCAR. Road and Track presents the Need for Speed. This is supposed to be with the R's because it's called Road and Track. As you can see, that's the beginning letters of the title. But because, you know, all the other Need for Speed start with N, I decided to place that with the other Need for Speed games, which start with N. So there's Need for Speed 2. I'm not going to spend long on these ones because I showed them off already. Need for Speed 3. Need for Speed High Stakes, which is 4. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Need for Speed V-Rally. And V-Rally 2, Need for Speed. Those are all the Need for Speeds for PlayStation. NBA Live 98. I remember people trying to bump the price up in that because Kobe Bryant died. That was a year in that game. He was playing his rookie year, I was told. NASCAR NBA Live 2000. Yeah, I'm like, man, you guys are sorry. NBA Shootout 97. I do want the other ones. NHL 98. NHL Face Off 2000. Who remembers this? Nightmare Creatures. Just in case you guys forgot about what it is. N2O. Another one of my favorites. Parasite Eve. I love Parasite Eve. I love the artwork of Eve. And it's just amazing. Beautiful. Oh, I think it has a on this other end here. Yep. I love Parasite Eve. Love this game. Parasite Eve 2. I do have all these. I do have the third one on PSP. Third birthday. Yep. Here's that Eve 2. Perfect Weapon. The game sucked. PlayStation Underground Jam Pack. Okay, I'm deciding to show all of the jam packs at once. This is Jam Pack Volume 2 with 12 playable demos on it. As you see, those are the demos. This was the first jam pack I've ever received in my entire life. This was the second jam pack I've ever gotten. Those are the demos on the jam pack. You know, just for you out there, you know, want to experience a little nostalgia of what these were, what they were about. For the young people in the group, or, you know, who's viewing this video, these were demos. These were demos. Yeah, I had this thing since I was a kid, so it's, yeah. This was the third one I received from my aunt. My aunt gave this to me. Those are the demos. Some of them were timed. Some of them you made it to a certain part of the level or with the game and it'll end. This is what we basically, this was our PlayStation store back in the 90s. This was our PlayStation store for the young people watching this video. Yep, these are demos. I'm not turning them around, letting you guys see. Yeah, these are the demos that came on these discs. Yeah, these are jam packs. And I have other demo discs here. I need to put this, yeah, that's Spyro. So you can see Year of the Dragon. I have another jam pack. An interactive sampler disc. Also, guys, PlayStation magazines used to come with demos. These are the demos that came on the disc. And some of them were videos. I don't understand why you wanted to watch a video of a game instead of playing it, but that's what they did. This is another PlayStation demo. PlayStation magazine demo. These discs came with the magazines that you bought in the stores. It's issue number 43. May 2001. The demos. This is not a demo. But it did still come with... Oh, these are PlayStation 2 demo or disc. Yeah, these are PS2. Oh, here's an interactive sampler that came with the PlayStation console. This is another one my uncle gave to me. He didn't want it. Some of these things, depending on where you buy them, are worth money. Some of these samplers, these are like the first. I mean, these things came with consoles. The Pizza Hut demo. You know, I'm like, wow, these things, wow. They're nostalgic. Best Buy. You know, these are samplers. Still kept. Oh my God, so many of these things. You know, most of these games, you know, it's crazy. Most of these games, this is the demo of that NBA Shootout 2001. Most of these games, you know, I have. And it's so crazy, you know, just, oh my God. It's really crazy. Pocket Fighter. Another great Capcom game. Fun game. Pong. Rayman. Ready to Rumble Boxing. Red Asphalt. It's more like a combat racing game. Ridge Racer. Know a lot of people are familiar with that. Ridge Racer Revolution. Rage Racer. This one is 2-disc. R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. Rainbow Six. Or should I say Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. This is a custom case. Rainbow Six 2. Rogue Spear. Oh, screw it. Go through that. Rampage World Tour. There are 2 other ones, I think, or 1 other one that I need for PlayStation and I don't have. My favorite gaming franchise of all time, Resident Evil. I do have a Resident Evil video showing off all of my Resident Evil games. I have over 40 of them. I love Resident Evil. Resident Evil Director's Cut. It includes interactive demo Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil Director's Cut. DualShock. Resident Evil 2. This is the copy I had as a kid. This was the first game I received ever from my PlayStation. First game. First game. It's my treasure. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I remember my mom bought this for me. Man, I remember that. Resident Evil Survivor. Anybody remember this? Rival Schools. Love this game. And this is 2 discs. For those who don't know, I do everything with it. The books, both of the discs. Does come with 2 discs. I'll try to get my games with everything with them. Rogue Trip. This is like Vigilante 8 and Twisted Metal. Sort of like that. Rugrats. Anybody hear about the reboot? Well, not reboot, but, you know, I guess, I don't know what to call it, but they're redoing it, basically. Sucker Frontier 2. I do need 1, and I do need Unlimited Saga. I am super pissed. My cousin took my book. Yes, he was using it and didn't give it back. Silent Hill. I am super pissed. I mean, as you can see, this is the legit case and everything is, you know, not a repro, whatever. I mean, this game is expensive online. It's over $100. I don't understand why the Silent Hill games are all of a sudden so expensive. I have every last one of them except the PSP versions, but man, Snowcross, they're expensive. I'm so mad because it's so expensive and I'm missing my darn book. Spawn the Eternal. I love Spawn. The movie was awesome too. I can't wait to see the new one. I think Jamie Foxx is going to be Spawn. Spec Ops, Covert Assault. This was SOCOM before SOCOM became SOCOM. Yeah, this was very, very technical Army games. These were very technical. Spec Ops Ranger Elite. You can have an idea of what they look like. You know, some of these I'll turn over. Some of these a lot of people haven't even heard of. Spec Ops Cell Patrol. I think there's one more Spec Ops game I don't have, or either I have them all. I can't remember. Shooter, Starfighter Sanvian. This is more like Gradius and I don't know, Ian Hander, Soul Blade. Sports Superbike. Spyro the Dragon. Star Gladiator. Star Ocean. And this is 2 discs. The Second Story. Star Wars Demolition. Star Wars Masters of Terraskasi. If I said that name correctly. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Love this game. Street Fighter Alpha 3. I remember I had this on a demo. I wore the demo out. I played the demo like it was a real game. I'm sure we all did growing up when we really wanted a certain game and we only had the demo to play and enjoy. Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. See, like I said earlier, my uncle had offered part 2 to that game and Metal Gear Solid to me, and I chose Metal Gear over that. Don't know why. Street Fighter Collection. I think it'd been a little better if I had a freaking book, but yeah, this game is rising in price too. Yeah, when it comes to Street Fighter games and Capcom games, those games become very expensive. Street Fighter Collection 2. This is only 1 disc. You can see those are the games that comes on this. Super Street Fighter, or Super Puzzle Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Puzzle. Did not say it right, but you all get the idea. Suikoden, the original, 2 disc. There's a bunch of those out too. Lost Siphon Filter. I know a lot of people love this. Everyone does. This is a very, very, very fun game. I also like the ones on PS2 as well, but a lot of people didn't. Siphon Filter 2, do this. Sure, a lot of people know that. I mean, they love this game. A lot of people, man. This game is amazing. Siphon Filter 3, do this. Test Drive 4. Test Drive 5. Test Drive 6. Test Drive Le Mans, or Le Mans. I don't think it's Mains, I think it's Mons. Test Drive Off-Road. Test Drive Off-Road 2. Test Drive Off-Road 3. Thunder Strike 2. The Lost World Jurassic Park. This is not the lenticular case. There is a lenticular case cover to that game. I want it, but can't get my hands on it. The Unholy War. That's more of a strategy fighting game. That's the weirdest combination I've ever seen in my life. Tekken. It's actually a fun game, so you understand how to play it. Tekken 2. Tekken 3. The King of Fighters 95. The King of Fighters 99. Time Crisis. Toe Ball number 1. Tomb Raider. I have that on Saturn as well. Tomb Raider 2, starring Lara Croft. Yeah. Tomb Raider 3, The Adventures of Lara Croft. And she was a freaking sex symbol back in the 90s for video game girls. Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation. Man, you look back now, it's like, what in the hell was going on with us? Tomb Raider Chronicles. I mean, we all thought she was hot. I mean, now the, more realistic looking Laura, she's beautiful. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Look at all those old school skaters that are on here for you, skateboarders out there. And I was heavy into skateboarding as well. I just didn't play these, but I felt I had to learn how to skateboard after playing these. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Yes, my favorite skater was Rodney Mullen, because Rodney Mullen was just amazing. If anyone knows who he is or who he was. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Actually, the superior version of that game is the PS2 version. Twisted Metal, which had the long box and been better. Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal 3. Vagrant Story, 2-disc. VIP with Pamela Anderson. If anyone wants to see what this game looks like, there you go. This game is rated. It's rated T. It has Pamela Anderson. WWF SmackDown. This is a, oh Jesus, yeah, I don't know what I was doing with this, but yeah, I made a custom made case of that. WCW Nitro. Oh my lord. WCW NWO Thunder. Wild 9. Oh, I do not know why this was here. This should have been behind the first one. WWF SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. I do have all of the SmackDown games. And WWF Warzone. WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. Just for nostalgia out there, the people, want to relive a little bit to see what this was all about. That was the funnest wrestling game I've ever played in my life. X-Men 2 Mutant Academy. It's the last PlayStation. Look at my little mountain over here. The last PlayStation game I have to show. And also, just for bonus, my Game Shark I have on PlayStation. And another little pamphlet, it came with the game. I'm marked in it. Oh, I can't open that one hand. But, yeah. That's about it for my PlayStation collection. I'm tired. That was a lot of games. I'm very exhausted. Thank you guys once again. Thank you all for viewing my video. I really appreciate it very, very much. As I said, I will subscribe and show your love, guys. If you do the same for me, subscribe, share, view, comment, like, whatever you got to do. Thank you. And have a great day, guys. Collecting with J Bones out.